Prince George's County Police have released photos of 3 very young suspects who they say forced their way right into a school bus Monday to try and kill a middle schooler.
That gun jammed, though, police said, and then the boys ran. So tonight there's a lookout for those boys and a whole lot of fear.
And this is a sad, sad story. We have 3 demon kids running around trying to kill people. They're getting on the school bus trying to kill people. I ain't never heard nothing like this before. Now, I'm not talking about no adults. I'm talking about with kids. And when I don't value life mentality starts to creep into children, that is messed up. And you're not going to hear anything. Right now, we're hearing all about this Jordan Neely fellow that was terrorizing people on the bus. That's who they want to lift up. But you're never going to hear nothing about this on mainstream. You're not going to hear Roland Martin talking about it. You're not going to hear Dr. Richard Ritchie, whatever his name is, talking about it. You're not going to hear The View talking about it. You're not going to hear AOC talking about it. The people in Maryland, they're not going to talk about it. All these progressive, where's the Black Lives Matter movement? I thought Black Lives Matter. What's the mayor in Maryland? Jonathan Medlock. We didn't hear no statement from him. He should be ashamed of himself. I would be horrified if I was over a city and kids are going onto the school bus to kill another kid. These children right here, these are demon kids. And they're like a cancer to society. When you're to a point where I'm going to take someone's life and you're a child, they need to be locked up. No hope for these kids. These 3 boys that went on the school bus, and by the grace of God, that young man is still alive because the gun jammed. That's by the grace of God. But you're not going to hear the Black Lives Matter movement on this one. You're not going to hear that. And it's so sad. Where's all the uproar? I thought Black Lives Matter. But we're worrying about the white man and what the white man is doing to us.
Well, a measure of the anxiety tonight behind us here. We have Prince George's County Police at this intersection here to protect kids as they get off school buses late this afternoon. The incident we're talking about happened Monday as a school bus pulled up here at Sutler Drive and Iverson Street, and that's when these 3 kids pushed their way on board with a pistol in hand. Tonight, Prince George's County Police here to protect kids as they get off the bus, as pictures of 3 juveniles were released by authorities. The boys boarding that school bus Monday and pushing past the bus driver and an aide on board. One juvenile carrying a semi-automatic pistol. According to police, the gunman put the gun to the chest of a middle schooler and repeatedly tried to shoot, but the gun was jammed. So the gunman used it to beat the victim, who survived with cuts and bruises. Police say the attackers then ran. This grandmother of middle schoolers said she lives in the neighborhood.
I'm just not understanding how these kids getting guns and stuff.
Do you fear for these children?
I fear for the kids and us as well. Because what if a adult would have stepped in and tried to stop them and the gun didn't jam?
Both the bus driver and the aide on board during the incident are so terrorized they've taken leave, according to fellow driver Martin Diggs, who's president of the union local representing drivers.
But they're afraid to come out of the house because the suspects that got on the bus, their faces were covered. So they don't know who these people are. This particular issue that happened on the school bus is one incident of many incidents.
Diggs said school employees are constantly threatened with injury because of an epidemic of fighting on buses and in schools. Diggs said the student who was targeted attended the non-traditional middle school program at Edgar Allan Poe School in Suitland. Diggs noted the school system has cameras in the majority of its bus fleet.
Boy, you can see how that was a traumatic situation for everybody, from the adults on the bus to the school to the middle schoolers. Just awful. By the way, Prince George's County schools issued a statement saying that administrators are horrified by the incident, but they are grateful that no lives were lost. They say they will not talk any further because an investigation is underway.
You see in the news report, the bus drivers and the aides are scared to even drive the bus anyway. Now they're really frightened. They're not going to return back to work. So you got adults frightened, scared of kids. And one thing we need to point out, Was this a legal gun? How did this kid get possession of this gun? We know it wasn't legal. So you're not going to hear about that. You're not going to hear all these little Pookie and Ray Rays and little demon kids running around with guns. They didn't register their guns because their guns are stolen. Their guns are stolen, or somebody brought them in from overseas, and whoever running guns, the guy that they let out, the merchant of death, whoever's running guns for him, he's the ringleader and putting them on the street in your kids' hands. You guys should be upset. If I lived in the hood, I'd be upset. Like, oh, we're marching for Jordan Neely, a grown man that got killed because he was terrorizing people. And it was a white man that did it. But when a black boy, 3 black boys, tried to kill one black boy, you're not going to hear that on the mainstream media. Where's the uproar? Where's the white supremacy in that? And I believe the parents should be responsible. You let your kid do all this willy-nilly crazy shit, and you letting them do whatever. Demon kids. You letting them do whatever. You haven't raised your kids. So maybe you need to get locked up too. Maybe they need to start setting an example. Hey, these kids are demons. Let's go find their parents. Let's see what parent is birthing these damn children and not taking care of them and not making sure these kids are accountable, raising them with morals and values. No hope. These 3 boys that was together, they probably relatives or some shit, came from the same crappy ass family, and they keep on reproducing. They letting them do whatever. I tell you, don't get in my comment talking about Chawanne. We need to save our children. These are not children. These are friends. There's no hope. All you could do is, hey, put them in the system and pray for them. And hopefully the system is good enough for them to rehabilitate themselves. But they don't need to be on the street. You let me know. Do they need to be on the street? Should the parents be responsible as well? We got all these people talking about Black Lives Matter. And you look up in the hood, black people killing themselves every day. You hear something about a black on black crime. Where's the outrage from that? It's like a third world country. But we're worrying about the white man and what the white man is doing to us. No, you need to worry about these goddamn kids that you just letting run around and they don't got any moral values. They don't even have no self-respect. And they want to take other people's lives. The white man didn't do shit to you. You doing it to yourself. And somebody trying to get their education, even though he was in the, I guess one of those secondary schools, non-traditional schools. At least he's still trying. But no, these little boys, they want to take him out before he even sees some type of success in his life. He was just imagine the parent. Oh, someone tried to get on the bus. Somebody got on the bus and tried to kill your kid today. They start off, we had a little incident. That's not a little incident, number one. If you were a kid, would you want to stay in that area? You'd be looking at your parents like, what the hell? I didn't ask to be here, and you got me living in this shit. Like I said, but you won't hear this. You won't hear this on CNN. It doesn't fit the narrative. Or CBS or whatever the channel is with that one lady. You won't hear The View talking about it. Talking about guns. No, you won't hear the guns, the illegal guns that's getting into the hands of these children or in these inner cities, urban cities. You won't hear that. You won't hear nothing about black on black crime because they say when you use that term, you being racist. Why you worried about black on black crime? Because That's literally how you die. You have more chances of dying from the hands of a black person if you're black than a white man. You worrying about the wrong thing. The cop is not trying to kill you. White supremacy is not trying to kill you. They don't need to. I'm just gonna pray for the way United States is going. It's really sad. It's really tragic and it's really sad. And if you're a black person, you should be appalled. This should infuriate you to the nth power that a damn kid, a demon child, had the balls to get on the school bus to try to take another child's life. Well, that's it for. Let me know in the comments section what you think.